In a place of dreams and nightmares, there are two queens. The Light Queen, beautiful and broken, left without the will to go on. The Queen of Shadow, brutal and twisted, her only goal, to bring all of Lyra, this hub, and these worlds under her control. The war for Lyra raged over decades, and the Queen of Light saw her people suffering. In a final act of love and desperation, she opened a gate to a new plane, to Vela. Through the gate, she sent her most precious possessions and gave this prophecy. Only when the keys have been returned to my hand will Lyra be safe from the dark. With those words, her eyes closed, and she slept. When the Dark Horde arrived, they tried to wake the Queen. Then they tried to destroy her. Nothing touched the Light Queen nor woke her from her slumber. She is kept in a foul pit where none will find her and fulfill the prophecy. And so the light of Lyra was nearly snuffed out. Only a few pockets of goodness remain in a sea of horrors and nightmares. The Shadow Queen sits on her stolen throne, searching for the keys and destroying any threat to her rule. And the keys wait for the day when they will be awakened. Welcome back to Slay the Stars in episode 88?
Yeah.
Actually 88? Oh my god. I hope you enjoyed that little intro. That is important because
It's a callback.
it's a callback. One of the very first things we ever released on this podcast. It's taken us 88 episodes and 2 years, 2.5 years to get to this point.
Our tax documents say January. But we started it in April.
Lorne.
Oh, fuck.
You remember bits and pieces of what your wife said. She was talking about the Queen. She was talking about Queen Livia and saying that she was going to fall and that Adria and her forces were going to triumph, and something about keys, that when the keys were returned to her hand, that something, the world would be saved? I don't know. And you're trying to put all this together in your mind with all the crazy revelations that you just heard from Shar and Zem, and that is where we're going to begin this episode.
It's pause time, pin. Was Livia married?
No.
She was just the queen.
Mm-hmm.
Outright. Okay. That I just wanted that clarified.
Correct, yep.
Okay.
You were not aware that she had children?
No. There's two of you allegedly are her children, so that fits. And we need to get you to her. And so allegedly you know where she is? Something about a cave?
I've only seen any of it in my dreams, but
yeah,
apparently this one's been there.
I mean, for 30 seconds, yeah, but... And she didn't kill me, so, positive things, but our magic may or may not work in there.
Good old auntie, I guess, for you.
Oh, I don't feel well. I'm gonna go outside.
You can catch your breath. You can get some air if you need to, but I'm telling you, it's not gonna help. It's never gonna stop making your brain spin.
No, it's not, because your entire... Do you understand? My entire life before this was to make sure that your mother ruled above Adria the entire time, which failed. And now I know... Oh, fuck me. Holy shit.
Are you trying to tell me?
No, I'm not well.
Whoa. I was gonna say, more like, are we supposed to be addressed as majesties? Because I'm okay with that.
No, you're the same age as what my son would have been. Jesus fuck.
Ouch. That that hurts.
Oh, he is fully out of the room. He is outside.
I know. I know. I feel bad.
Which one of you said that? I don't know.
Zem.
Okay. I just
The other one is still Lala. Yeah, I feel bad.
I don't feel good. And Char looks over to. Apparently, she's just in a daze. Is that what's happening right now? Just
Talia?
yeah.
So she's still doing that thing where she's trying to avoid listening because it sends her into like it spins her out. So she doesn't want to hear anything that's gonna make that happen.
You've been here on this place a while too. Do you remember Livia?
What does the name Livia do to me?
Roll me a history check with disadvantage.
Oof. 3.
Sounds like a name you heard in a dream once. Doesn't really mean much to you outside of that.
Yeah, I don't know. Just a name I've heard before.
Okay. We're going nowhere fast, are we?
Well, I think that it is time that we need to go. We need to get going. So, how do you feel about my thoughts on us going through the front door? Because I kind of just volunteered you.
I agree. I mean, we need to do something.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, we're kind of fucked anyway.
Talia, are you good with continuing to work with Lauren? Yeah. I don't know why not.
So, Tashara and the orb will be with us, and we'll go through the front door of the cave. And Talia and Lauren, you guys will provide cover?
Well, I think Dashara should be another.
Go with them.
No,
No.
I was gonna say, like, what if Luteo and I were like third
Oh, fuck, I forgot about
party? Luteo at this point has woken up and he's like,
Trying to catch up.
he's listening intently, and you see he has like a, I don't know, what'd you guys eat for breakfast?
Coffee.
Yeah,
He has like a little bit of coffee and like a cracker from his pocket or something that he found.
Very
He's just
chewy.
like,
more lumbus bread.
yes.
Where did you find that? No.
He's like,
On the
"Yeah,
ground.
there's some pocket lint on it, but do you want?" He like breaks off.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, okay. And he's just eating it, and he's like, it helps the coffee go down a little smoother.
Okay.
So, I think we need to gear up and plan our routes. As far as the magic goes, unless we're able to funnel her somehow into the tunnel, which I don't even know where that magic barrier starts. If it exists,
Could just be full of shit.
could be. But if it isn't, what do we do? Because I only have so much shit I can fling at her.
I mean, I'll cover you and you run, I guess. I don't know.
I'm not running.
Oh, to the tomb thing, wherever Livia is.
Dashar, when you say that, Dashar looks at you and like narrows her eyes a little bit. Shar,
What'd I do?
oh, nothing. I'm sorry. Your reaction is so weird. You don't seem excited.
About dying? Not really.
No, about potentially meeting your mom,
I've met my mom. She raised me.
but like your other mom.
Not real yet. didn't happen. And
Okay.
no matter what happens, she won't be my mom. It's too late.
Okay.
You've met my mom.
Yeah. She's pretty good looking.
Okay. I'm gonna just
Mom's hot.
what
She
what?
got a good voice. She's nice.
I don't know how to what
I'm just gonna put my hand like on your shoulder, like, all right, ease up.
I'm
We're going
sorry.
into battle.
I just like to freak him out a little bit.
Like I can
It's so
appreciate
easy.
that.
Look at him.
I know it is funny. I know.
but why?
Um,
About to go in the battle. Let's break this man.
I actually don't even know if that long hallway is like actually attached to that cave, or if it was just like a figment of the dreamscape I was in. So I actually, now that I'm thinking about this, have no idea what we're walking into. Period.
Cave. That's all I know.
I mean, did you go into the
No.
cave? Yeah, that's
I was about
the
to.
thing.
And then just unbanished, I guess.
Wait, so do you want Luteo and I to be like a third group, or do you want like me to go with you, Luteo to go with them, or
Lutea, which way are you leaning?
Yeah,
Luteo's
you have
like
a say in this.
Oh, that's right. You wanted to be at the ship. Before we do anything,
What are Tally and Lorne doing? That's why he's like, what are Tally and Lorne even doing?
They're gonna do the hitting. The hitting.
Wait, who are they hitting?
a god.
Adria.
Wait, they're gonna hit the god.
Yeah.
How are they? What?
We're the distraction.
But wait, I have magic too. Will my magic work?
Apparently not, but I don't know.
I don't want to go in the cave. Don't make me go in the cave.
We don't have the marble, right?
No.
Okay.
We don't have the marble?
No.
I thought we did have the marble.
No,
No.
we have the
You have the orb.
we have the orb. We don't have the little bubble. The little
Oh.
yeah. That he was in before.
Sorry, you're good. I'm just like, the
Yeah.
fuck we don't? What do you mean?
No,
Where
like
did he go?
when they were put in there by
No, so I would like to do whatever one does not walk
Recess.
in there.
sorry.
Right? The names are not coming to my
So
brain.
wait, are Tally and Lorne staying outside of the cave?
No, they're gonna be more fully in it probably than the rest of us.
Wait, so how are they getting in?
I don't know. I in my brain there's more than one entrance. Didn't someone mention another entrance?
Well,
You
there's just
did.
the hole. The hole. The light comes in.
We're so fucked.
Wait, so are we all... So the plan is we all go into the cave. We're trying to get to the...
Wait. What if we go into the cave in our dream
I'm sorry?
while they go in real life? Because my magic works in the dream.
I can't go anywhere when I'm dreaming?
I could come get you.
Okay. So then... We dream go into the cave, and they actually go into the cave, and then... What? We're just kind of defenseless at this point?
No, Luteo can stay here with us and guard us while we dream. And then,
And then Dashar goes with...
yes, Talia and Lauren, they go there physically. We try our best to incapacitate Adria, or at least occupy her in the dreamscape, because she wants to follow us.
What if she is done messing with us at this point? Then we'll have played a hand that...
I think you're the key that they're talking about. I don't think she's going to be done with us until she's done with us and we're in the ground.
Right, but that's what I mean. If we're dreaming, she could just come here in reality. No offense to you, Lateo, but she's stronger than all of us.
No, I understand
Yeah.
that, but she is also in her protected pocket where only her magic works there. Why would she leave that? And if she does leave that and she comes here, then the others can focus on getting Lydia
Lydia.
out.
Okay, so how do you propose that we dream?
I mean, I know how to slip into it. I would just find you. But I think I can walk you through a meditation. You've tried meditation before?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How are you at meditation?
Good.
Okay, so if you can meditate, essentially, you're getting yourself into the same space as I do when I need to be lucid in my dreams. So you just have to focus on a point. We have to focus on the same point.
Okay, so what's that point going to be?
I mean, you were physically there. I've been there in my dreams. I say we go for the cave.
Okay.
Now, the problem is they need to find it physically.
So that's what we do first then. We find the cave, and then we do everything else after.
I think we should stay here. And I think, well,
Didn't they also
actually,
say that something's outside?
that's what I was just remembering too. Okay. So we go with them. We find a secure location that we can dream in and that Luteo can defend. We give them a certain amount of time to get into the cave, and then we do our thing.
Luteo's like, that's a tall order. You think that there's gonna be like a secure location that close to the opening of this cave?
I
Not
don't mean,
necessarily, just that it's close enough that we can see it at that point, because we don't know where it is now.
I just mean something like, a wall at our backs so that you're not trying to go everywhere.
I kind of like the house with the four walls and the
Yes.
Oh, you
security.
don't know. There's something crawling around outside. Now you're all caught up.
Can we just?
Morning.
Luteo's just like,
So regardless, we have to travel. Nothing else comes first.
Have you? Yes.
Okay. And are we going to do anything about Kai before we're going to do another attempt?
I don't know how to find her.
Well, you have the questions you can ask, right? For the day?
Luteo's like, well, I mean, if we were to like take out Adria, wouldn't that potentially free Kai? So like two birds, one stone.
I would hope so, but I don't know. Because, I mean, yeah, I don't know. And it's a big question mark. The whole thing is a big question mark. Actually, while we're talking about all of this, Luteo, have you ever done any kind of binding before? Like a binding of a person?
No, I've never.
Have you, like, read about it or talked about it or anything?
No, that sounds like abjuration stuff, and that was never. That was never my thing.
Before I declared going with divination, I did come across something, but I've never attempted it
Hmm.
to bind somebody. Um, I don't know. I don't really remember the whole thing, and I don't know if it would work, but I have this card with her likeness on it, and I was thinking maybe if you had also seen it, we could put two and two together, but maybe not.
I mean, if we had more time, I'm sure we could figure something out. I don't really, I don't really know much about it though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I've been through, and he's like, I flipped through most of Zima's book, and she has a lot of stuff on like transmutation and stuff, but not really much in the way of abjuration.
Yeah, no, that would make sense. All right, well, let's put a pin in that for after the crisis.
Which one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so step A, get to the cave. Step B, dream and attack the cave on two fronts. In step C, or also 3, get Livia out of the cave.
Yes.
Okay, then let's get Lauren off of the ground out there and let's go.
Is he really on the ground? And I'm gonna stand up.
Deshara's already watching from the window, and she's like, "Uh, he was on the ground. He's kind of standing up though, and
Oh, no, he's back on the
he looks like he might throw up. I don't know. He's being very dramatic about this."
Get it together. All right, well, let's go deliver the plan. Hey, wait, does anyone else have, Teo, Deshara, anybody have any concerns or issue with this plan?
No, Deshara. She's like, "No, I don't really have issues with the plan. I feel like if those things were surrounding us but not attacking us, what were they waiting for?
Unless they weren't attacking us, they were
Watching
scouting us.
us? But then who's scouting us? If it's Adria, why is she using creatures instead of whatever magical means she was using?
Well, we can fight about that on the road. He's gonna
I'm
lean
just
over
no,
to
I'm
Zen.
just I'm just and she's like, "No, but Char, I'm worried that we're walking into a trap. We're just serving ourselves up. Why? She knows the direction we're going. She knows where we're going. She has to know what our intent is. So why hasn't she stopped us?"
Okay, he's gonna flick Zem in the head. You have Death Ward casted on you. Congratulations.
Ow.
Unless she wants us to be at the cave, and she wants to make sure that we get there.
I mean, she'd want us powerless, literally powerless. Well, I I mean, there's not going to be a perfect scenario.
No,
Someone is going to get hurt.
you're right.
What if we don't go to the cave together? What if we split up here? That way, at least one of us will get to the cave.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think we should all just go straight up the gut. I think we gotta split up, and if whatever's surrounding us attacks us, then hopefully we've split our basket in a way that whoever gets attacked can survive it. But it's better than us all getting attacked and being taken out in one swoop.
So, time out. I thought we did not know where this cave was.
We don't.
You don't. But you can guess that it's somewhere north of where you are. Well, no, I shouldn't say north. Up the mountains from where you are.
So we're all
Yes, but
going the same direction, just not together.
okay. My thing is, I can waste spell slots and I can cast message, but there's not a point in us doing the dream thing if we're not coordinating our attack. So I don't know how we find this location and then coordinate the timing because like when things start happening, they're all going to pop really fast. So like this is why I'm saying we should go together until we find it and then pull back and then go our separate ways at that point. That was my thought. Now, if we don't want to do it that way because of whatever the thing is that's like hunting, we can draw it in different directions, like whatever. Okay, but how do we plan for the timing of that attack?
Unless we go first and then we delay and they figure out what this thing is that's following us.
We could send Lorne and Tally to scout.
Right. And then they follow us trying to figure out what the hell this thing is. Because if it's not attacking, because it hasn't, then why is it here? Because that's a good point. Why hasn't it attacked us? And if it was with Adria, then she would also have been here. Right? Am I wrong?
No, I'm just trying to like think of the different options that we have because to be really honest, like this is it. And I just feel like if we don't get the timing right and everything else, that, like,
We're fucked.
we're fucked, yeah. And, like,
Well, is there a way that we can signal each other? Is there something that we can do? Can Lorne and Tally communicate
well,
something to us?
because, okay, so if they go first,
What if we have like a check-in time?
Sundown.
Like sundown, you send a message to Lorne asking if they've found the place. If they have, then we go for it. If they haven't, they pull back to us or they pull back to a safe place and we keep scouting tomorrow.
but then we don't really need to go. Like, we need to go, but we don't need to go there.
No, and then that gives
We just
you and
need-
Shar a chance to try to get away from this place where we're clearly seen. Maybe those creatures, the creatures that have been scouting us here at the house, at this house, they may only follow one group. They may follow Lorne and Tally, or they may wait and follow us when we leave. But, or if they split up, then better for us because they can't attack us in a pack.
So we really need to rely on them and, Lauren and Tally to take it out.
I mean, we both saw them at the ship. Like, I think they'll be fine.
Well, and I think we could send one of us with them, either myself or Luteo, to
Well, I
back them
think
up.
because you have to carry the orb, that's going to deliberately look like we're being slowed down, so it should be Lateo. And that way, Lateo has a chance to essentially be a sniper at that point.
Yep.
And I think you also have message, don't you? He looks
And
over at Lateo,
Luteo, yeah, I can.
and that gives them a way to communicate with us.
And, like, those two can drop into the cave and be fine without their without magic because they've got their weapons. Even though I have no idea what's going to happen to that bow. Anyway, Luteo can stay up and do what he needs to do, hopefully outside of the cave, into the cave. Now,
Right.
it might fizzle,
But the important thing is that if we're separating, we need to have a way for them to communicate with us too.
right.
So that's the plan, is we'll go first, they wait, follow whatever the fuck is following us, they try to take it out, and then at sundown we'll communicate with each other.
Well, that's assuming that whatever is here now follows them. It seems like we haven't seen it at all during the day so far. It came out last night, so if it's a nocturnal thing, it may not come back until tonight when Tally and Lorne are gone.
Well, I'm assuming that it's going to follow us when we leave. It's gotta.
Well, maybe, but it might not be watching us during the day.
Then how is it always following us?
Well, we don't know if it's always following us. It may have just found
It
us when
might
we slept
have
here.
been here, yeah. Because we didn't. I mean, we got here and we made camp, so it's possible that it was here.
Or nearby.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a dice roll, whether it follows them or follows us, but either way, we'll just have to be prepared for it.
Okay, then that's what we're doing. We're going to separate either way. We're going to communicate at night when sun goes down, and hopefully by then we'll have a better lay of the land.
Yeah.
Okay, Lateo, get your shit together. We got to go.
And you're kind of worried that Luteo's going to put up some sort of a fight because he has not really wanted to do these things, and he just sort of, at this point, he's holding on to his cup, but it's like empty, and he's just like staring into it, and you're ready for the fight, and then he just like sits it off to the side and just sort of nods, doesn't make eye contact, and starts like checking his pouches to make sure he has everything he needs and stuff, and he sort of dusts himself off, and he's like, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go outside for a minute, just splash some water on my face. And he leaves and goes outside.
Was he okay?
No. No, but none of us are. He is still really young, and this is horrifying.
Isn't he older than us?
No.
No.
He's about the same age as them, I think. Maybe like a year or two younger.
I think year-wise, yes, but because of the...
I'm not talking experience. I'm talking like age, like actual age.
Yeah, didn't we say he was in his 40s or something like that? But like, because of his race, his life experience is much different. So
Yeah.
like, he still essentially is a child.
He's clearly lived like a very sheltered
Oh yeah.
life. And he's just more skittish by nature. Talia, you see Luteo come out, and he looks like a little frazzled, and he looks over at where you and Lauren are, and he just sort of like nods at you, and then you see him go around to the like back of the house.
When he looks up to nod, I'm gonna like wave emphatically, like, "Hi, friend."
He does not wave back, and he just sort of and then nods, and it looks a little suspicious.
I'm gonna look at...
Lauren is back. Like he is panicked.
I'm gonna look at Lauren. Don't people wave from where they're from?
Well, he does. Do you want to go down that side? I'll go down the other.
But he didn't wave.
Really?
I waved. He didn't wave.
I saw that. You're right. That was weird. You know what? We should ask him about that.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll go around the other side. You go that way.
Are you sneaking up on him to see what he's doing?
Why? Was this a game?
It's a game.
Okay.
It's a fantastic game.
Let's go.
Both of you, roll me stealth checks.
Ooh. 24.
25.
Okay.
There's a reason we are built the way we are.
And roll me perception checks.
There's the rub. There we go.
24.
Not that high. 9.
Okay. So, Lauren, you come around and you can see that Luteo has his back up against the back of the shack, and he's like clearly whispering something, but you can't make out the words. Tali, you hear him, and he's saying, "Hey, Mom, hope this gets to you. I just want to let you know that I love you, like, a lot, and, I'm sorry that, this might be the last time I get to talk to you. Be safe. Yeah." And then he just kind of like, you can see him just like waiting to see if he gets a response. Which it takes a little bit, but he does eventually like nod. You can see he seems like he's a little bit emotional. He takes a minute to collect himself. And then if you don't say anything or stop him, or if you sneak back away, he'll eventually go back in.
I think that there's something about that strikes something deep in me that I don't understand. And I'm going to probably start crying, but I don't know why I'm crying. I'm not going to try to sneak away. I'm not going to say anything, but I am crying. So if he notices, shrug.
No, his perception check is not good enough to overcome your stealth check, so he doesn't see either of you.
I would say that Lauren backs away. Like, he just goes back to business as usual because he does understand.
Yeah. All right. So, Luteo goes back in, and he's just like, "Okay, sorry, just had to get ready, but I think we're good. So, I'm gonna go tell them the plan, and we'll head out."
Before he walks away, I'm gonna go over and like put my forehead to his forehead, and just say, I know this is not part of what you signed up for, and I don't have words to say other than it has been a pleasure and an honor, and I appreciate you.
Udaya just sort of, yeah, you know, when I signed up to do this, I, I knew it was going to be dangerous, but, like, I think I was so, just angry about Zima dying and I wanted to make a difference, you know? But I think just, it's starting to really, like, hit me, how serious this is, but, when we were on the ship, when we met Lorne and Tally, and we had that fight, and I was actually able to do stuff, I think I can make a difference, and, I wanna make sure, I wanna do what I can to make sure that, you know, the good guys win.
My friend, you've already made a difference. And when we come out of this, you will continue to make a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. And hey, we go home, and I have to do my testing for the circles. I'm going to put you down as a reference. You have to give me a good one.
Okay. I still have to do mine too, but I have a contact at the other school.
What?
You're going to love them.
Oh
You're
my
gonna
God.
love them. I'll tell you all about them on the return trip.
Okay. I've never gotten to actually see, like, the school in Annenfeld.
Mm-hmm. It's
Cathedral is more like it.
It's unreal, and I feel like someone is going
Is it Lorne?
Probably, or Deshara.
So, a little wizard coming with us then?
Yes.
Kind of figured that.
I haven't known either of you very long. You're both strange, somewhat unpleasant, but I am trusting you with my friend because you have shown that you are worthy. And I hope you're all as safe as you can be.
All right. You going first and we're following?
Okay, yes, we are.
Okay. Back to brutal.
As
gotta do.
Shar and Zem start walking away, Deshara stops over by Lorne and is like, hey, don't die.
You know what? Let's both heed that advice.
Okay? I feel like you and I, when this is all over, we need to have beer.
If we could find any, that'd be great.
All right. And she looks over at Tali and she's like, and you, when this is all over, and you get that back, and she's pointing at her head for the people on the podcast who can't see what I'm doing. I want to hear some stories because I feel like you have some good ones.
Maybe I have stories. I have games. We can play games. Do you want to play games?
I do. When we get out of this and it's fresh in the rearview mirror and we can talk and laugh and play games again.
That sounds like fun.
Be safe. Keep yourself safe.
Okay.
Okay. And then she goes over to Luteo and just, like, gives him the biggest hug. And she starts following. She does a little jog to catch up to Zem and Shar. And so, which group do we want to start with?
Roll for it.
Ooh. Okay.
Evens odds.
Evens odds.
All right, but which one's which?
Okay, let's go. Talia and Lorne are odd.
Yeah.
They're hella odd.
3.
Yep, it's Talia and Lorne. Okay. Talia and Lorne, you are tasked with finding the opening to this cave. What is your plan to find said opening?
I think tracking. I think that there's got to be some kind of like path or something, because while Adria can do whatever the fuck magical shit she wants to do, like, I can't imagine she doesn't have minions of some sort. So I'm looking for I'm looking for, because they described, sorry,
Fine.
let me back up a second. They described like what the area was like. It looks unusual, it looks out of place, etc. So like that's our first up the mountain, but like what part of this mountain looks false? And then once we head in that direction, I'm looking for your typical, what is it called? Holy shit, my brain literally shut off. Terrain, that would indicate like caves and stuff, but also like the foot traffic
Okay.
or slither traffic, whatever.
Okay. My second question for you is, you know that there are things outside of the house. You don't know if they're watching you currently or have a way to track you later or what exactly is going on with these things. Are you moving stealthily through the forest, or are you trying to be conspicuous, trying to draw them your direction instead of Zem and Shar's direction?
I think we should split and do like, I think that there should be someone who is not trying to be stealthy, and there is someone who should try to be stealthy. And I think the person who is not trying to be stealthy is not trying to be like, I'm here, but just go about normally. And the person who is being stealthy should have eyes on that person.
So you should be the stealthy one, and Lorne and
Luteo.
Luteo should be the
Bait.
conspicuous ones.
Okay.
All right. So then, Tali, I need you to roll me a stealth check. You can decide if you want to reroll that or take the 17.
I will take the 17, and that is
As it was
25.
foretold.
Okay. And so since Tali is stealthing, is she going in front and kind of scouting ahead stealthily and then reporting back and kind of doing circles? Or is she kind of in the back and Lorne and Luteo are leading the way and Talia is staying stealthy on the outskirts?
They're leading the way. I'm probably doing some form of circle, but I am not reporting back, and I am not scouting ahead specifically. I'm keeping my eyes on them at all times.
Okay.
So whatever that needs to mean.
Okay.
But because I'm keeping my eyes on them, I'm looking for signs of these creatures while making sure that they're in my line of sight. I'm not like detail watching what they're doing. I'm just making sure that I at a glance can see them while I'm looking for these creatures.
Okay. Sure. Lorne.
So since basically what they're doing is just walking to search through the tracks, basically what he's doing is he's kind of twirling a dagger and throwing it like intermittently at trees. And for a while you're just thinking, like, okay, like this is just like some schmuck like being a dick, until you realize that he is marking the trees so that they don't go in circles.
Mm-hmm.
So he's hiding the fact that he's marking the trees by twirling the dagger and throwing it, if he is being watched.
Okay.
And he's just talking to Lateo at that point.
What are they talking about?
So, you always liked magic, or is this a new endeavor?
No, I've always I've had a little bit of a knack for it. Not like Zamira, I wasn't born with it, but uh all the kids in school get sort of like tested for their aptitude when they're young. They have some easy spells, trying to light a candle or trying to make a gust of wind or something like that. And the ones who have an easier time are given the option to funnel into more like magic leaning coursework. And from there, if you show a really high aptitude, you can get a sponsor to go to Stellium.
So do you have to have a sponsor to go to Stellium?
Well, I mean, I guess if you're from a wealthy family, they could afford to just pay, your way in. But
So it's not militant, it's educational only.
no, it's mostly educational. Our government sort of sets aside a pool of scholarships that they can kind of give out to the students who, maybe have a need but not the means to go and learn.
So the magic, they're not the controlling factor of your city?
No, 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 no. We don't even have that many mages in the city. Oh, there's not a magic isn't that common in all of Vela, and in Morbale there's only maybe a handful. That's why Zima was such a big deal. Like she's the first dwarven mage to become like a professor at Stellium in a long time.
So how many, you said professors
Yeah.
at Stellium, how many were there?
11, 12.
So there was a lot.
Yeah, for all the different disciplines and stuff.
What, and there's kind of like, you don't have to like keep talking, just in general, like what are the different disciplines, like why are they different?
but this is actually
Because
good for Luteo because it's like getting his mind on something else. Um, at the same time, hold on, I'm trying to find.
because like the way that the magic is here, it's not the same. I don't think it's mostly
No,
like every single person basically has magic to some degree, if I remember correctly.
magic is more common here. So, this is what I need for you to do. There is a threshold for you to find this cave, and admittedly, it is kind of high because you're on a mountain. You're using tracking skills and know-how and hints and things like that to find it, but this is still a pretty tall ask. You're also hiking a pretty long distance, and you only have 10 hours of daylight or so to do it in. So I need you to roll me survival, nature, probably one of those two things. Whichever one you have a higher modifier in, that is totally fine with me. Um, and we'll see what happens.
I didn't do good. I didn't do good at all.
Mm-mm.
What'd you roll?
A nat 1.
You too?
Oh no. Oh no. So it's a 10 after adding the modifier
Mine's
for
a
nature.
5.
But yeah, it was a
Also,
nat 1.
mine was for survival. Not ideal.
Woof.
Lateo, what you
sure?
got, bud?
So y'all walk.
It's a high threshold. Well,
Well, hell.
get a message from Zamira that's like, "What the fuck?"
We're off how many miles?
So, your total was 32. You were trying to beat 45.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hold on, let me see if I got something for this. Because this is bad.
I don't think you do.
Wait,
Give me a
so
minute.
I can expend one ranger spell slot to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiend. It's primeval awareness.
Oh, you can do that still.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that since that sucked.
Wait, read me your
Read it to you.
with just your list of things that you can.
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, undead.
Okay.
Wait, what did I say?
Holy fuck, am I built for combat?
Well, that's a good thing.
Are we in
It's a great
forest?
Yes. It's like a mountainy forest type situation. Sure.
So we're in the Appalachians. Okay.
Yes, you are very much in like the Appalachians.
Horrifying. So then we're in my favored terrain or whatever.
Sure.
Which means that where the fuck? Sorry, this went away.
Ow.
It's within 6 miles.
Okay.
Ooh, that would probably help with the searching too.
So
If there's just a nothing.
you sense a lot of aberrations, but like none really close to you. Which is odd because when you were in the forest before, you would use this ability to see how close they were, not how many there were, because there were so many all the time. The feeling was overwhelming. But it feels so much less right now. Almost like, and you're thinking, it's been a while since we've seen anything.
Yeah.
But there are a couple blips. And they're kind of close. 3 of them. I'll even give you a number. There's 3 of them. And they do seem to be following you. But at a distance. They're not right behind you. But you're thinking
So
that you...
They are behind us.
Yes.
Okay.
6 miles. So would that throw the sense to Shar and Zem?
Potentially. Yeah, I mean, probably. Well, depending on what direction you guys all walked in. Maybe not. But I'll say you can, in the far off distance, sense Zem and Shar still.
Okay.
So yeah, not ones, but we do kind of know where they are. Better luck tomorrow.
Can I tell? Because it doesn't. It doesn't say if I can tell the difference between. Can I tell the difference between?
Yeah, I mean, we've established that Tali gets a little information from this. That's why you know it's Zem and Shar, because they're bubble people, right?
Oh, right.
You don't sense another bubble person, so you don't think Adria is close to you.
I'm sorry, you said 3 blips or 2 blips?
3.
So there's 3 things following you. Those are creatures of some sort. They
Okay.
don't feel like Zem and Shar.
Okay.
They better not be. They left first.
They're real lost.
Well, after that. So we...
Okay, so then...
And it is now starting... The sun is starting to go down.
Do I feel any voids within 6 miles of where this awareness is going? Like, where I'm getting literally absolutely nothing?
Roll me a wisdom check.
You can do it.
20. Dirty 20.
All right. So, you sense that
It's a good thing I
somewhere
was not
along
in
the
charge
way...
of scouting.
So if say you were walking straight up a mountain, right? And say point A is where you are, point B is where you're trying to go. And say there's a straight line,
Okay.
right? Somehow you've deviated. And you can sense that maybe another 4 miles in the, like,
Direction we should have been going.
the direction you should have been going, the up direction. I don't know how to describe this without a map and for people listening to a podcast to understand. You can sense that they're in a direction, there is nothing, a void, almost like something protected from this, right? Because usually you can sense there's like a hum and then you get these like blips. There's nothing coming from that direction.
Okay. So, when we're done with what we're doing right now, I want to sneak to them.
Okay.
To communicate.
Okay. You do so.
Are we lost? Because I feel like we're lost.
I don't... Hold on. I'm in Zem. Give me a second. I don't think we're going in the right direction. There's 3 behind us, following us. But there's also that way, and I'm pointing in the direction of where I feel the void. That way, like kind of far, there's a nothing. Like a nothing.
Okay. Do you think that's where we're supposed to go then?
I think so.
All right.
I've never felt a nothing before.
Horrifying. Leah, how do you fight the dark?
I can see pretty well.
All right.
My people are, mountain dwellers.
So you're fine.
Yeah.
I prefer it.
So do I.
At this point in time, Lauren, you get a message from Zem in your head.
Runner attack.
And it's, ah!
To Lorne.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would she have given to Lateo?
I guess you could send it to Lateo if you
Because
wanted.
it very Zem to not send it to Lorne.
I was gonna say that is true. That is true. I just didn't want you to send it to
fuck that
Talia
guy.
because I didn't want you to send it to yourself.
Yeah.
But that's true. I guess you could send it to Lateo.
Okay. All I want to... I'm just going to do it. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Did you send it to Lorne or Luteo?
You know what?
Luteo.
That would have been the Lord.
It would have been, I know, but like...
So you see Luteo like twitch. One second. We went a little off course. We have a new heading. We'll probably get there in maybe another 2 or 3 hours. I'll send a message when we get there.
Was that?
That was Mira checking in to see if we made it to the cave yet.
So I'm assuming they didn't find it either.
She didn't say anything. She just said, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?"
God,
When I send her the message later to tell her we made it there, then I will ask her, and then she can tell. The magic is weird.
I don't believe the royalty is bullshit. All right, Talia, you want to go hide, and Lateo, you can hide too. I'll be the bait.
Wait, we're gonna take these things here?
Are we not?
Is this a good place?
I mean, we don't want to invite more to the party. Let's just...
Let's find out why they're here.
slit their throats. And then we can move on.
Lutea's just like,
Well, you don't have to slit their throat. You can throw fire or something at them.
I can throw a little fire. That's a different magic school, but I can do things too.
If
Okay.
they have eyes, I think I'm going to take this and I'm going to pull an arrow out and I'm going to put it in one of them.
All right. I'll be suspicious then. I'm gonna stand here. He takes out both of his swords and like sticks them in the ground.
Are there trees?
Yeah.
Okay. I already asked that. Sorry. I'm going to skip to a tree and climb it.
Okay. Lutea's like, I'm not good at climbing trees, so I'm just gonna stand. But what if they come from my direction?
Go that way. Doesn't see me, but hears me say.
I don't know.
What way is that way?
He's like, I don't know. I
Just
think
start
she-
moving.
I think she said they're that way, so I'm gonna go the opposite.
And Lauren can hear it. She's that way. Go that way.
Oh, okay.
He because he can hear where she is.
Okay. I'm gonna go that way, and
Turn 15 degrees to your left.
Who's left?
you watch. He just rolled a 5 for his stealth check, just so everybody knows.
Uh,
You watch as he sort of like trips over a root and falls into some leaves, and he stands up, and he goes and he stands behind a tree that's like not quite wide enough to hide him entirely.
he's the bait.
Lauren takes the swords back. And then he goes to stealth into a tree.
Yeah, both of you roll me stealth checks to hide.
Fucking well.
The fuck is that number? Okay.
23.
16.
Okay. So you both do your hiding. That's not great. And roll me perception checks.
24.
6. Fuck off. What are you doing?
You're all waiting, being as quiet as possible. Talia, it's strange. It's dead silent everywhere. No birds, no bugs, no nothing. There's barely even the sound of like wind rustling, right? And then you hear crying.
Like a person crying?
Yeah. And it sounds like it's coming from... So I have to, in my mind, get a mental image of what's going on. So Tali's in a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Luteo went, say, I don't know, 30 feet away from her and is like on the ground hiding behind a tree. Lauren, where did you go in relation to
like
them?
2 trees down from Luteo.
2 trees
because
down
he
from
knows he's
Luteo.
going to have to jump in front of him.
Okay. So you hear it coming from that side, like on the opposite side of them from where you are, Tali, far away from you. And so you're assuming they can hear this because you can hear it pretty clearly. Are you going to react to it? It sounds like a woman crying.
I'm not doing anything yet. If all I can hear is the crying, I'm sorry. Is this from the same direction I last had my primeval awareness and expecting those things to come from?
No, these things must have circled around.
Okay.
If it's them. It could be something else.
Right, and that's what I was getting at is can I reasonably assume, but like I'm still thinking it's them, but it could be something additional or different. So I'm watching intently in that direction, but I'm not doing anything yet because I'm not trying to give away my exact location. Unless the sound changes and sounds like it's getting closer to where they are, in which case I will fire a shot in the direction of the sound to make sure that I'm bringing attention to it for the other 2.
Okay. It does sound like it's getting closer. Lauren, you don't start to hear this until it's right next to you. And then it's like there was nothing, and then all of a sudden there was a sound. All of a sudden, Tali,
Mm-hmm.
just roll me an attack with disadvantage.
What's math? 25.
Okay.
With disadvantage? Fuck.
Rolled a 17 and a 19.
Roll me damage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Oh, Jesus.
Half the reason we play.
Where is it?
Was it bad?
Uh-huh, I rolled a 1. So that is a
5 total damage. So you hear this like past your ear as this arrow comes whizzing past into the darkness because you don't see anything yet.
Bitch.
And you hear the crying draws your attention over, and you're looking. You hear this slight like gurgle sound. And then out of the bushes comes this elongated hand type thing that comes flying out to grab towards you. And that's where we're going to end this episode because I don't want to start a combat an hour into an episode.
Okay. It saw me? Because fuck.
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
rolled a 23 on stealth.
Yeah, it rolled really high on its perception.
No.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
All
We're
right.
gonna come back next time and show you just how crazy it is. Bye, guys.
So it has a mouth, it has a hand, and it has an eye. That's all we know for certain.
Fuck.
Those are all good things to have.
Is it?
I would like to talk about flavor.
Am I still recording or are we done?
No, you can finish it.
Is
Titties! Okay, now you can finish.
Titties.
Intro music by Isaac Vyers. Character designs by Cam Gonzalez. Produced by Leah Hemrick. Graphics designer Jen Kearney. And audio engineer Arthur Polino.